Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. It is time to Star Trek and chill with Walter Koenig.
You know what on the internet today? They've discovered 3 new species of spiders.
Just today?
And you know what they've named them? Spock, McCoy, and Kirk.
Is that true?
It's absolutely true.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Amazing.
Yeah. Their bodies are molded differently. What can I tell you? But
Yeah, it says McCoy, Spock, and Kirk now belong to a family of spiders known as Capanid, which is unique for having only 2 eyes instead of the more common 8, and rows of teeth, bristles, orange carapaces, pale abdomens, and claws.
Pictures?
What luck.
Pale abdomen.
Oh, if I should feel jealous, or whether it's actually a compliment. I didn't name a spider after me or my character. I mean,
well, let's introduce everybody. Right? And then after we're done introducing everybody, Walter, we're going to give you a second to think about it. And then you tell us what kind of bug, be it an insect or an arachnid, would you want to be named Chekov? Okay, so everybody, Melissa Longo is here.
Hi there, folks.
And oh, by the way, everybody at home, let us know in the live chat, what are you drinking today? Melissa, what are you drinking?
I am drinking this sparkly, bubbly cherry blossom LaCroix.
Delish.
I've had that before, and it tastes like wood, not like cherry.
I enjoy it.
All right, you can have mine.
Okay.
Jenny R. Johnson is also here. What's up?
Hello.
What are you drinking?
Well, tonight, once again, I'm revisiting the Picard Zero wine-style, hoppy, citrusy, delicious beverage made in Nova Scotia.
Ooh.
That's your hint, Walter. She's from Nova Scotia. And Dr. Anne-Marie Siegel is here, the steadiest hand in Manhattan. She's a surgeon. What are you drinking?
Hi, I'm having White Claw pineapple.
Ooh.
Lucky.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about White Claw. Oh, everybody, my name is Ryan T. Husk. I thought about White Claw, but instead I'm having a ginger citrus twist.
Ooh. That's great.
I'm having a very sheer, as an SHEER, liquid ambrosia.
Oh,
that unfortunately, due to FCC regulations, I'm not allowed to name. But it's just, in fact, I don't know how to describe the taste. But here's to you all.
Thank you. Cheers.
thank you. Cheers.
So we're going to say hello to everybody in the live chat. Very quickly, hello, Just Rosie, Matt Boardman, the Matt Boardman, that is, Dave Gregory, Chuck A, War Dog Heim. We see all of you. What's up, Kelsey? What's up, C. Swanick? What's up, Pat B? What's up, Allison Leach Hyde? What's up, Portia? What's up, Dr. Muhammad Noor? Hello to everybody. We see all of you and appreciate all of you joining in. All right, let's get into it. Walter. Oh, by the way, everybody, if you'd like this incredible Bozeman Phoenix's shirt, if somebody says, who's your favorite team? Could be baseball, could be any sports. You tell them Bozeman Phoenixes, and you can get this awesome shirt and be the envy of all your friends at the link in the description box below. That's a Star Trek and Chill link. Or maybe your favorite team is what Jenny's wearing.
Ooh.
Ooh.
The
Decor
province.
The Decor Province Majors. Look at that.
Ooh.
You can also get that in the description box below. And Melissa Longo's shirt, which is Trailblazer, looks like Nichelle Nichols as Uhura. You can get that at the introvertedrepublic.com. Walter, if they were to name some kind of insect or bug Chekov, what would you want it to be?
a ladybug.
Oh,
Nice.
I grew up
that.
thinking that ladybugs were always in danger of having their houses burned down, and that I had to, tell them to go home.
Oh my God.
Ladybug fly away, your house is on,
Yes.
your children are alone. So I feel a responsibility. I feel a responsibility to the whole cause, and they were so pretty,
Yeah.
red and white spots, whatever. And they never did anything. They never bit.
No.
I think they liked roses. I think that was their nourishment. And at one point when I had rose bushes, I contributed to their menu. I
I love that.
the rose bushes.
Oh,
that's such
That's
a better
wonderful.
answer.
I love
We're
that.
waiting for a joke, and instead you said something so sweet and fun. That's great. So, Walter, let's talk for a bit about independent filmmaking. As an actor, throughout your career, you may have been approached several times from independent film producers, and you said yes to some and no to others. Can you give us kind of the differences between working for, say, a big budget or something, done by the studios versus an indie film or an indie series? What's the vibe like?
Well, the operation itself is similar. I mean, it's proportionally it's different. There's more time, for a big budget film. You shoot 2 pages a day, you're probably doing pretty well. For a low budget film, the instinct and the drive is to get as much as done as you can with the least amount of time spent. So you're likely to be more tolerant of the results that you get, more available to saying yes to something you've just shot. When you're doing a big picture with a lot of money behind it and important actors involved, then you're more circumspect. You're more likely to be looking for something that's closer to perfection. But the occasion itself is similar. You have a cameraman, you have someone in charge of lighting, you have grips, you have all these other folks who are there to help get the story on film. So in that regard, it doesn't feel unusual. I did a small budget picture, Jesus, Walter. I left my
We're with you.
Anne Marie still calls them pictures too.
Exactly.
I did one called Moontrap, and I did it in just outside of Detroit years ago, but after Star Trek, but years ago with Bruce Campbell. And that
Awesome.
was starring Walter Koenig and Bruce Campbell. Now, for the last dozen years or so, it's starring Bruce Campbell and Walter Koenig. You can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine it. Why the hell is that? Well, anyway, Bruce is a great guy, very funny, lovely to work with. I have nothing bad to say about him.
Nice.
Can we go on to something else?
Don't mention Bruce Campbell. Got it.
I said, what did you say?
I said we won't mention that man's name ever again.
Yeah. God forbid. When I was still involved with that other series and we made movies, I swore that if ever I had the chance, and I'll use the word even though it's a struggle for me to get it out, because it's certainly not part of my disposition. But if I were to star in a film, I would be such a great guy. I'd be everybody's buddy. I would find no reason to feel that being the star meant that I had privilege. And so when I did Moontrap, I was resolved that everybody would get along as far as I was concerned. And we did. I got along with everybody. And we all shared the work. So that was the thing, that the principal thing that I got out of making that film and making a low budget film was the knowledge that I'm a good guy, that I don't have to be a jerk, that I don't let my ego envelop me and overwhelm me and dictate to me. So that's my biggest experience out of doing a low budget movie. Is I wouldn't have had that opportunity to be one of the leads had it been a big budget movie.
Walter, when you brought up starring in a show, a lot of times people say that the person that's number one on the call sheet kind of sets the tone. If they stay to themselves, then a lot of people tend to stay to themselves. If they're fun and jovial, the crew and the cast tend to be. If you were to be cast as the lead in a show and you set the tone, what would you want that tone to be?
I don't think it would be difficult to determine that. I would want everybody to get along. I would want everybody to be buddies. I'm fully involved in that. I don't get it. I don't get it when people who are stars and they're aloof and distant and stay by themselves. I don't know what the point is. Don't they know that there was a time when they weren't stars, when they were struggling, when they had to endure unpleasant experiences, when there was disappointment, when the capriciousness of life was such that you didn't get what you should get, and how do you resolve that? How do you deal with that? Well, that's the way it goes, buddy. I mean, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Sometimes it's very infrequently good. Well, you made your own bed. This is what you wanted to do. You got to be able to accept that and live with it. And so that's what I would want. I'd want everybody to get along. I just want everybody to get along. And I'd be an okay guy.
That's awesome.
You would be. And you'd keep people laughing, that's for sure.
Mhm.
I've been on a couple sets with you, Walter, and you keep people laughing, and you love keeping people guessing. You say things with such a deadpan look on your face that we don't know, is he joking? And so we never know. And then you'll finally release us with a wry smile or a twinkle in your eye to let us know, okay, we're allowed to laugh at that. That was a joke.
I did a convention just recently, and in advance of the convention, I put out an announcement. And the announcement was, come to see me before I die.
Yes.
Yes.
And you can't, and I think we had an inordinate number of people at that convention. We wanted to be able to say, they saw him before he passed on.
Amazing.
Yeah, and I understand that. I understand that. There was some.
There it is right there. Walter Koenig, come see me before I die. Hashtag GalaxyCon in Austin, September 1st through 3rd. And even the look on your face, he's like, am I joking? You'll never know.
That was so awesome. Oh my God.
So I felt that there was some relief that I was still there. some a little disappointment, but also a certain amount of pride in that they got to see me before I died.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's something to boast about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I hope GalaxyCon gave you a few extra bucks for getting everybody to rush over there.
Mhm.
Well, actually, we do have another question here. There are people that want you to talk about your previous show that you did a bunch of, some seasons on and a bunch of movies without actually mentioning it. What can you say? How about this, Walter? If someone were to approach you, let's say the strike is over, both strikes, WGA and the SAG strike, and I know you support both of those unions very strongly. Once that is over, let's say a former employer of yours that you've done a bunch of movies and seasons, if they approached you and said, hey, we've got this great idea for you, please don't be fully retired. Will you come back and do a few episodes with us or a season with us? What would you say?
Well, yes.
Yay! That's the best answer.
I keep saying, I say very profound things like, I don't live in the past.
Mhm.
Go on. I'm not allowed to say the word, so I'm just stuttering it. I'm so happy I'm seeing you. Yeah, you say that, but in your heart and soul, you're an actor. And you want to perform. And as old as I am now, God knows they don't come much older than I do. Still have this urge and desire to perform.
Nice.
To be appreciated, to create. To bring something to life, to examine who I am in a deeper way, so that I can share that with an audience, and feel creative. My brother was extraordinarily bright. He was 5'11", which is not 5'5.5", and he was a doctor, and he could model, he could carve, he could do everything. Mm-hmm. And we all have something that we do. And then it may be more modest than that. We have something that we can take pride in and we can feel good about ourselves. And we deserve the opportunity to do it. And I'm rooting in the front lines to anybody who wants to try something with their life, but is afraid of fail. Go ahead, but do it. It's not that long a life. I'm 87 now. 87. How much longer do I have? But I went with my heart. I graduated with college with a UCLA with a degree in psychology. But very quickly, I realized that wasn't on my horizon. That wasn't what I was meant to do. And I had one professor at UCLA who told me, "You're not married. You don't have any responsibilities. Do this. Try this." He sent me to a drama school in New York, and I never regretted it. I never regretted it. After the first year there, I said to myself, "This is it. This is whether I succeed or fail." And there was no reason to believe. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, let's all welcome Sirach, who has joined the group.
There he is.
Hey, happy birthday, Walter.
And who was in my class?
A lot of good advice.
My class was James Caan, Dabney Coleman, Christopher Lloyd, Jessica Williams, and a couple of actresses who may or may not know, Brenda Vaccaro and Elizabeth Ashley.
Elizabeth Ashley! Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
Canadian.
No. Do you remember Evening Shade?
What?
She was on Evening Shade.
Yeah. Jessica said to me one day in class, she's very pretty, you know. She was a chorus girl on the Copacabana or something. Very New York. And we were playing husband and wife in a play called The Crucible by Arthur Miller. And she came up to me and said, Walter, it's very New York. Walter, I don't know why you're so shy. I could go for you if you were taller.
What a compliment, I guess. Hey, Walter, by the way, Sirach's leading the charge here, but we've got a few more people coming in that want to say happy birthday to you as well.
How great. Hi, guys. How's everybody? I see your faces. Yes.
Yeah.
Tell them happy birthday, guys.
Happy birthday!
Hey, happy birthday, Walter.
We love you.
Happy birthday.
You are the best, Walter.
Have I ever met any of you folks?
Happy birthday to you.
Let's get back to the important stuff.
You.
Well,
What was the
before,
best birthday you remember, Walter? Do you remember any good birthday stories?
That's a good question.
No, nobody ever.
This is it then.
This is it.
This is the one. We're breaking the record for happiest birthday for Walter.
And I'm so touched to it. I am reserving the tears for after we turn. But they're there. They're copious. They're just welling behind my eyelids.
Sounds painful.
It is. God knows it is, but I'm bearing up.
Well, everybody, before we let you go, please feel free to say whatever you want to say before you go. We really appreciate you jumping in. Oh, and Homer Frizzell is here, Walter. He's the guy that currently lives in your old apartment building.
He lives in my what?
Oh, I live across from Inwood Hill Park.
Oh my God.
But I'm not there currently. I'm in the Catskills at the moment.
Oh,
You're talking about, I lived on Payson Avenue.
Oh, I know.
he's in your old building.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I thought they would have
Go ahead.
torn it down by now. But you know what?
I know it's still there. Same, pretty much the same. Yeah.
You know how much rent we paid? We paid $65.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wouldn't
even buy Starbucks for that anymore.
$65.
Happy birthday, Walter.
Ceilings. All the
Yeah.
things fell on my bed.
Nice open.
You know? But we
Happy
never
birthday.
$5.
Happy birthday.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Walter.
Well, we'll let everybody,
Walter.
please, everybody give all your happy birthdays now. Absolutely. Before we go.
Yes.
Happy
And
birthday,
I'm-
Yankee
Happy
Stack, but I love you,
birthday,
Walter.
We love you.
Happy birthday.
We
A
love
very
you.
happy birthday.
Yes,
A very happy birthday, Walter.
Thank you.
And thank you for so many years of entertainment, whether it be Star Trek or Babylon 5.
Yes. Agreed.
Yeah.
Nice mention. Great. Thanks, everybody. We appreciate you doing this surprise for us last minute.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see you still in the live chat right now.
And thank you for allowing us to be able to celebrate for Walter's birthday.
Very much
Absolutely,
so.
Eric.
Thank you.
Love you, Eric.
Thank you so much.
Right.
Very,
Hey,
very
See you
Ryan.
again.
Walter, thank you so much for
Now
this.
I'm getting embarrassed.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Beginning of it
Thanks,
all.
guys.
Started right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi.
So what should
All
I
right.
do?
Thanks, guys.
Bye. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Birthday.
Take care, peeps.
Happy birthday and many, 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 many more. And the Yankee suck.
See you guys. Bye, Lucia. Oi.
Bye, Ria.
Ciao. Bye.
Ciao.
Arrivederci.
Ciao.
Hasta la vista.
All right. Well, Walter, it's been so good having you. I know you got to run off in a second here. See you, Ria. Miss you. Good luck out there.
Thanks.
And bye-bye, Maria. Thank you. We'll see you soon. Appreciate you. That was fun.
That was awesome.
Anyway, so Walter, we've got you for about 1 minute left. If there's, I think we interrupted you in the middle of a story, if you'd like to finish it.
Whatever it was, I don't remember, and it wasn't important.
We're talking about that $65 rent. That sounded pretty important to me.
Yeah. You know, my folks sent me to a private school, probably the most expensive school in the country at that time. And we had the phone shut off because we didn't have the money to pay for the phone. But he found the money to pay for my schooling. Yeah, that was pretty amazing. So I went to this private school and nobody could call me.
Who was the big athlete on campus when you were at UCLA?
Oh, Rayford Johnson. Rayford Johnson. Yeah. I think I missed Kareem by a year or two.
Oh, really?
Although he grew up in my neighborhood in Inwood.
Oh.
I saw him on a plane. He was in first class. I was in coach. And like an idiot, I called out to him. I said, Mr. Jabbar, we grew up in the same neighborhood. And he looked up from the book that he was reading, stared at me for a second. And I said, well, I didn't mean at the same time. No. I'm much older. He started to babble and he went back to the book, you know. That was my entire conversation.
But John Wooden was there though, right? He was still there.
Yeah, John Wooden was there. Yeah. And you know who I was friends with? Whoops, what happened? Oh, hey, come back to me and I'll tell you who I was friends with, who was on the basketball team.
Yeah.
Do you remember Mike Warren? Mike Warren was a guard. He was a senior when Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was a freshman, and Mike became an actor, and he was on Hill Street Blues.
Oh,
very cool.
Yeah.
That's
awesome. He was a regular on Hill Street Blues, and he brought me in. He brought me in without telling me to read for a part, and I didn't know who brought me in, and I came in. I'll tell you this very quickly, and then I'll let you guys go. So I came in, and in those days, you went into the studio. You didn't do anything by camera or anything like that. And they handed me the script when I walked in, and the part was infinitesimal. I'm sure that wasn't Mike's intention, but it was a tiny role. It was right at the top of the story, under the credits of a guy being dragged into the police station, and he's screaming, and the credits went on, and that was it. So when I went in, do you remember Corey Allen? He was the bad guy in Rebel Without a Cause. He also directed a couple of the Star Trek episodes. Well, he was directing that episode, and another guy whose name you would know, who became head of NBC. I can't think of his name. Anyway, not Shartoff, but something like that. Anyway, he was
Tartikoff.
Tartikoff, yeah.
Yeah, right. And
I like Shartoff better.
Yeah. I said, gentlemen, I love your show. I would love to be on it. It would be great fun for me, but I can't audition for this role. I just can't do it.
Too small.
What?
It was too small of a part.
Just too small. Yeah.
Mhm.
And they said, okay, well, and Corey looks through the pages. Okay, how about this one? And he handed me part of it. It was just part of a guy a salesman, but it had dialogue. It was at least a page long, maybe two. He says, go out and look at it and come back in. So I said, okay. So I went out. I said, salesman, what can I do to make this different? And that was my problem. I shouldn't have tried anything to make it different. It was just a line and that's it. But I was remembering back in 1948, I watched the Milton Berle show. And the Milton Berle show had a character every week who came on with would look like a briefcase, but opened up into a small table. And he would go, tell you what I'm going to do. And he would do a routine, and that's what I brought into the Hill Street Blues. It was such a freaking disaster. You cannot. Oh, God. I mean, the fact that they let me finish the lines was amazing. And I swear this is true. Sheer coincidence. I don't know what you would call it serendipity, but maybe if I learned something from it, I think I did. Maybe it was serendipity. I turned on the TV, and what do I get? See, and the way he's doing it is, well, so I got this wheelchair, and it's a really good wheelchair. Anybody want it? And he got the part, and I went, tell you what I'm going to do, Just don't be too clever, Don't be too colorful. Don't be too inventive when the part doesn't call for it, So that was a lesson.
Yeah, it's a great lesson.
Awesome. Mhm.
We've all done that.
Mhm.
trying to spice it up a little too much, right?
I've told this story a million times, but I'm going to tell it to you one more time. What I learned at the neighborhood playhouse is take risks, and to try to be creative and inventive. And we would take telephone book and read from it as if it was, an urgent message about somebody dying or something. And we thought nothing of it. We did it. It was the exercise that we were supposed to do. So I had the experience of doing things that were totally inappropriate, but were asked for. So when I went to read Star Trek, I told this story so many times that probably I told you guys. The lines were something like, Captain, the ship is about to blow up. What are we going to do? And I read it that way, with all the fervor and the clenched jaws and the furrowed brow and the steely eyes. You can tell I've told the story before.
It is a good story, and you tell it
You
well.
tell it well.
Dead silence in the room. Dead silence. I thought, my God, did I so blow them away that they can't speak? No, they didn't. That's not what they were looking for. So when Roddenberry said to me, that was okay, Walter, but could you make it funny? 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 How the fuck do you make that funny? But my training at the neighborhood playhouse. So, Captain, guess what? The ship is about to blow up. But God,
Amazing.
when you gotta take chances,
That's awesome.
That was funny, though.
It
In
was.
fairness, it was funny.
It was.
It was.
They,
It was.
they weren't going to apply it to that role. They just wanted to see if I had that in me.
Mhm.
To switch it up.
Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
Right.
But the accent just came naturally, though, right? I mean, it's nothing you really had to work on too much.
The accent was, yeah. If you buy it, I can't buy
I
it.
buy it. As soon as you said it, I was ready to start rolling the cameras. Let's go. Action.
I've done Swedish.
Mm.
Yeah, it was the Gidget that I did. I did an episode of Gidget with Sally Field.
Sally Field.
And the Swedish girl was my girlfriend, and she was having a tantrum, and I took her over my knee and I spanked her. And
whoa!
Wow.
Okay. Is there
a little bit? I don't know.
Is this on camera or is this off camera?
No, this is on camera.
Okay.
I played a French resistance fighter on another show. Played a German spy on another show with dialects, you know.
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah, that's it.
Well,
I used to watch Gidget when I was a kid. It's one of my shows.
I know.
I don't know why I watched it either because I can't remember anything in it. I just remember like bikinis and stuff, basically being at the beach all the time.
That's why you were watching it.
That's why I watched it, I guess. It was Baywatch before Baywatch.
Yeah.
Nice.
I have one of those contraptions where you can say, show me the Gidget that Walter Koenig starred in. You can find
Yeah.
Coach.
Notes to
Yeah.
self.
Well, Walter, I know we got to let you go here, but let me see if I want to see if I could find it real quick. There it is. Check it out, Walter. We found you already. Look at this. Look at this magic. We're living in the future already.
Oh,
That's
wow.
Hey.
Look at this guy with a twinkle in his
Wow.
eye.
And I think that was my own hair.
Yeah. What are you? You're in your 20s in that picture? You're in 20s.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
I don't know.
All right. Well, Walter, thank you so much. We know you got to run off to dinner, but we appreciate you hopping in with us for a little bit. We hope the surprise went well. There are a lot of people that wanted to wish you a happy birthday, and
Yes.
we appreciate you so much, Walter.
Have fun, guys. Love being here.
Hi, Walter.
Aw.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
New
Love you.
Year.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Happy
Thank
New
you.
Year and happy birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy New Year's, right?
Mhm.
And Sarah cut out too.
Bye, Sirach.
See you later. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, and Sirach, don't forget. Oh, it's like so long, suckers. Anyway, so everybody in the live chat, please let us know, what did you think of Walter? If you could describe Walter in one word, what would that word be?
See.
See, right? Is that what you said?
See. Yeah.
Oopsie.
Yeah, but he's not a bone sucking.
True.
Very cute. He's cute, but he's not bone sucking.
All right.
Come out right.
So let's move forward. Walter's birthday was actually yesterday, but we were doing, this show's a
Homer
Friday
says
show.
ladybug. That's a good one.
He is a
I
ladybug.
love it.
That is a good one.
I love that answer.
So we also have a lot to talk about, everybody. We have a nice tweet from Trek Central here, everybody, to discuss. Check this out. Trek Central says, first look Picard BTS book. Get a look inside the Star Trek Picard, the art and making of the series book by Flash Films. With new page previews, the book is currently set for release December 12th, 2023. Wasn't December 12th supposed to be the end of the world one of those last years?
Well,
That was like a
Wasn't
thing.
Wasn't that 2012?
Was it?
Probably. Yeah, somewhere in there.
A couple years ago. Just a couple years back.
So we've got some pretty amazing art. What was this called? The Shrike?
The Shrike,
Shrike.
yeah.
Yeah. We've got Picard
that's
petting
cool.
his dog. Oh, look at this sharp jacket he's got there.
Mhm.
Klingons, Mr. Woof. All right.
Aw.
Oh, that's awesome.
The dog looks like the close up of him.
Number
So
one.
cute. Yeah.
He's
Why do you
so
want a close
cute.
up of number
His little
one?
glamour shot. I don't know.
Mm.
So funny.
He was a big deal, like when Picard first came out.
Yeah,
like,
he was
number
on the
one was
subway
like,
tickets.
yeah,
Like in New York.
He's so cute.
All right, I'm gonna pull
And then
him back.
And then
Trying to
very
pull him back
shortly
up.
into the shoot, they were like, "This dog is not an actor."
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
he's
no.
no dog from Silence
I know.
of the Lambs.
Oh my god! Right?
Oh my gosh, that dog.
That dog.
Precious. The dog's name is
Yeah.
Precious.
I just remember the ears. So cute.
Yeah,
Oh my
Precious.
god. Mhm.
There it is.
Oh, that is a glamour shot and a half.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That dog looks like a foamy mouth dog. If you've played with enough dogs, you know the ones that
Yeah.
look like they
He
got
looks
like
very rabid.
foamy mouth. Like no, I mean like not like rabid, but like
No,
just
but
like
juicy.
like they smoked a lot of weed and they got
Like
like cotton
Turner
mouth on
and
there.
Hooch
Yeah.
type
Yes.
dog.
Yes.
They're always juicy.
Yeah.
Oh, you're,
Wait, you're muted.
muted.
Just gonna say I love dogs,
Mm.
but you know, some of them boxers are also very foamy
Oh, yeah.
and drooly.
Mhm.
They're very sweet, but get that guy a bib. All right, do you guys want to talk about a lower decks theory?
Yes.
Sure.
This is from our friends over at trekmovie.com.
Oh, they do such a good theory article. This
They
one's
do.
really, I'm really racking my brain on this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's entitled Star Trek Lower Decks Theory. The mysterious season 4 threat may not be what it seems. What does it seem like?
I don't know.
Seems like it's.
I don't,
You
yeah.
have to decide.
I mean, it seems like
it's
Boba Fett.
going around murdering people.
Yeah.
It seems like a flying phaser.
Mhm.
Anne-Marie, do you want to give us the cliff notes on this?
Yes, because like I think we can start reading like a little bit farther down. But basically it's that ship that keeps coming up. It's so first of all, I'll just preface this by saying there's a note, like disclaimer, that the author of the article hasn't seen beyond episode 2, which I love
Right.
because sometimes you get these like theory articles and then you're like, I know that this person had screeners for 8 episodes, so
Right.
is it really a
Yes.
theory? Like,
So shady.
So frustrating.
I really
Mhm.
appreciate
Yeah.
that. So basically they're talking about that ship that's been seen in episode 1 and episode 2 that like creeped up to the Klingon ship at the end of episode 1 and blew it up, and then creeped up to the Romulan ship at the beginning of episode 2, which was cloaked, and so blew that one up. And so if you scroll down in the article, they start having like bullet points for things to keep in mind,
Mm.
which I love reading bullet point lists of stuff like this. It's such a good brain teaser.
Okay, I'll pull up that bullet
Yeah.
point.
Hmm.
Because I was kind of reading ahead here, but let's look at this. Here is the article a little further down. It says, before diving into the theory, let's recap on what we know about this enigmatic ship. It's got a unique design. The vessel boasts a design never before seen in the Star Trek universe. This raises questions about its origins. Is it from a previously unexplored region of space, or perhaps a creation of a known species developed in secret?
Well, first of all, we should have had Walter read this because it has the word vessel in it. But like,
Totally.
I love this because I'm so bad at recognizing ships and knowing the differences between the two. So I love when someone can just tell me point blank, this is a new design.
Yeah.
It continues, solo operation. When the Klingons scanned it, they said the ship contained one life form. This suggests a level of technological advancement where one being can control such a powerful vessel. There's the word again. System disabler. Much like the whale probe in Star Trek IV, the unknown vessel has the capability to disable other ships' systems, rendering them vulnerable. Romulan cloak detector. In episode 2, the vessel was able to see through the Romulan cloaking device, a feat that few ships in the Star Trek universe have achieved. And lastly, unprecedented power. The ship's firepower and capabilities are off the charts, making it a formidable adversary for any fleet. Look at this guy.
Me too, that I just love that Lower Decks, as funny as it is and how great they are at Easter eggs, also are like piecing together a really interesting story that lends itself to like think about this kind of stuff and like fits so well into canon.
Yeah, exactly.
And actually, I do need a reminder. I totally forgot that thing about there's just one life form. Like,
Me too.
refreshing my
Me
mind.
too.
Like these articles that Trek Movie does are just so spectacular. I'm so into them.
So do you remember their theories with the transport theory? Basically, in a nutshell, it's saying that in TNG's Gambit and in the movie Insurrection, there are some, weapons that would transport things, or remember Neelix's lungs when they met the Vidians.
Also, I just watched this TOS episode where that happened. Gangsters of Triskelion, and they like beam the away team somewhere else. Like there are a lot of examples.
Or in Picard, even just in the last, when they were shooting them and it was transporting them, the Borg on the ship.
So interesting. Or that weird one in Voyager where they were replacing everybody on board and like they were like transport switching everybody out to like take over their ship. I can't remember the name of those. It's so creepy. Those people in like hats where they look really stupid, and then it turns out they just took over the ship.
Good point. This article continues with this really good point. Also, a new threat killing off hundreds or thousands of aliens for no reason is pretty dark for this comedy series. This includes the previously known and liked characters in the crew of the IKS Chekov, the Klingon ship introduced in the fan favorite episode Wedge Dudge. Right. So what they're saying is, maybe they're transporting them and not killing them, because killing them all would be pretty dark for Lower Decks. But is it? Does that seem out of pocket for Lower Decks?
No,
I don't know.
I mean,
yeah,
it's the same universe, so it, and they've managed
Look
to
what
kind
happened
of
to the Yamato. They kill off
exactly,
ships all the time.
yeah, exactly. And they kind of, despite having the comedy isn't about like, I don't know. It's, I just feel like it all fits in the Prime universe, and the rules of the Prime universe apply, I think.
So interesting that they would destroy the ship though, because usually like aliens want the ships for technology.
Well, this is my thinking is maybe there was a way that all of the computers that were jailed together found a way to work together and break out and create their own kind of
interesting
thing. So it's date night for Peanut, Hamper, and Agimus. This is what they're doing.
Yes.
Huge. I like that.
Peanut Humper. Then
interesting.
We're like,
so anyway,
there's some other ones that they're like thinking maybe they're kidnapping them for like different menageries. Which I just love menagerie talk. It never gets old to me. Let's see. I mean, those are the big ones, but it's just a great reminder, like, of a recap, because episode 3 didn't really touch on it as much. I'm like, I got to get my head back in the game. In this
you do.
Yeah.
People have been writing in pissed.
You're slipping. Yeah. You're not mentioning that weird plot line.
Oh, you guys, here is another interesting article. This is from our friends over at, let me pull this up. This is from our friends over at Daily Star Trek News. It's
This is so
entitled
great.
Guest Post. Melissa Longo celebrates the fandom of Trek. And it's got an image of Melissa's amazing smile. And next to her, we've got Aaron Eisenberg and his amazing smile. And he definitely looks like he's about to say something funny too. In that picture, we've seen that look on his face. This is great. Would you like to give us the recap of this article, Melissa? Great job writing this, by the way.
Well, thank you. Thank you for Daily Star Trek News for inviting me to write a guest spot. That was very flattering. So, and kind of daunting because I'm like, okay, so what do I write about? And we just got finished with Star Trek Las Vegas, and that's always such a wonderful time. There's just something in the air in the Rio at Vegas. And so yeah, I decided to write about fandom because that I was still reeling from the week, and then knowing that this month was approaching, it kind of all just came together, and I talked about how Aaron loved fandom and how out of his love for fandom sprung the seventh rule, and that Ryan and Sirach are doing an amazing job of bringing his dream to fruition in a big way. So I love you both for that so much, and that how that sparked this type of show too. Yeah, Star Trek and Chill and the main viewer and the Lappy Awards, and so that's it in a nutshell. Yeah. So
yeah, it was wonderful. Like just all the feels, because it's I think I don't know a lot of people coming out of STLV that didn't feel that way, like
well, and Star Trek fandom is special and unique in that we all do contribute to it, and it has been the fans that have kept it going for as long as it's been running. Yeah, so it's great, and we're all a part of that, and we all contribute to that, and I love that about this fandom. So
and it was a great read, Melissa. It was fun to read. It's always so sweet hearing you or reading your words when you're talking about Star Trek fandom or the seventh rule or anything like that. It's obvious that it's coming from the heart. And we appreciate that. I especially liked when you were saying that seeing all your friends at Star Trek Las Vegas kind of builds up some armor for you for later down the road when you need, comfort or you need solace or you need friends or you need support. So it's kind of almost like a, for lack of a better term, a camel drinking a lot of water and storing it for the long desert. You're storing all that love and joy and happiness for the tougher times.
For the month of September, definitely. So, so yeah. Yeah, well, it is from the heart, and I'm grateful to all of you, every single one, and everyone in the live chat too. Yeah,
it's true. We kind of, I can't help it. Sometimes I, at the very least, shake my head at Star Trek fandom. At the very least, sometimes I even shake my fist. But overall, they're a very supportive, fun, passionate bunch.
Yes.
And they all seem to mean well, which I love about them. By the way, everybody in the live chat, we've got a poll going right now. My favorite is winning barely. The question is, what bug would be named Scotty if it were up to you? What would you like to call a bug, or which bug would you like to be called Scotty? Dragonfly, praying mantis, shield bug. It's kind of a double entendre there. Shield bug, or a butterfly.
I was just thinking how that needs to be a news clip, like Walter coming on and telling us about the new development in the spider world.
Totally.
I love that.
Amazing.
As much as I love dragonflies, for me, the bug that fits Scotty the most is the shield bug.
Obviously.
Obviously.
But I'm kind of rooting for Dragonfly just because I'm like, that one just seems like so cool. Like he's just out. You go fly and hump in the air, right? Don't they like hump in the air? Like they'll
They
like
do hump in the air.
there'll be
Yes.
like two of them flying along
Sometimes
like
they
this.
skim across the water, humping
Yeah.
in the air. Yeah.
But yeah, shield bug is pretty good.
Oh,
I
for
pa- I-
Scotty anyway.
I meant to say dragonfly, but then I panicked and hit praying mantis instead.
Oh,
Sorry.
very
Well,
majestic.
These polls can be very stressful.
They can.
You know, they
You're
come
not
with
the first
like
person to pick the wrong one.
warnings.
Yeah.
You've picked the wrong one before. Anna?
Yeah. Sometimes I get like super
I
excited
have
and then I'm
too.
like, whoops.
Do you remember which one it was?
It was something bad. I can't remember though. I mean, I'm sure it was one about like shipping people, and I was like, damn it, I didn't want to ship them.
Oh, yes.
That's what
It's not that bad.
that's horrible.
Who would Anne Marie not want to ship? Let me think. It would be like
Riker and anybody, or Troy and anybody, because they're together for me.
because they belong together.
Yeah.
Or same with like Tom Paris and Bolana, stuff like people, couples like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about if Riker got like Luoxana Troy? Because that's your favorite
Weird.
character.
That's
Yeah, that's
weird.
weird. I ship Luxana and Picard anyway. or maybe Odo. They were really sweet
Yeah.
together. But Odo's
Aw.
with Kira, so
Mhm.
I'm waiting.
My-
You know what? I really liked Luxana and Timothy. I thought they were so beautiful.
Oh.
together.
The guy in the volcano or whatever that was, where he had to end his.
Yes, who like they turned 60 or whatever, then they have to.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I cried
Oh,
in that,
God,
episode so
It's
much.
like half a life or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so
Yeah.
good.
And
It's
every
so
time I watch
good.
it, like when I was a kid, I didn't get it.
Exactly.
And now I watch it and I'm just like,
I have to say TNG, every rewatch, especially because that's the one like I'm assuming most people started watching when they're really little. Like every watch, you're like, oh my God, there are layers upon layers.
oh yeah.
Wheels within wheels, brother. Yeah, so
Anne Marie,
Yeah.
who is your top one ship for Captain Picard?
for Captain Picard.
For Captain Picard.
I mean, it has to be Beverly, duh. But like, I did really enjoy him with Vosh. And
Yeah, me too.
and like he was very happy with Nelladarian, even though I thought that was like it was annoying watching them be so like in everybody's face. And it was like she's basically like walking around the ship wearing his varsity jacket, like, ooh, I'm dating the captain. It was like so weird.
Varsity
And it was like
jacket.
making like Riker uncomfortable. It was a lot.
What about you, Jenny?
Who do I ship or who do I not ship?
For Picard,
Oh,
who's your top choice?
I mean, it's Beverly. It's
Beverly.
Beverly. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I have a lot to say about that, but like, you know, it's like it is, but also like, you know, we get to the end of Picard and like they're like together, but they also like have their own places. You know what I mean? Like Beverly's fine, just like Laris is fine.
Laris
They were
is
really
fine.
sweet together.
Laris is
She
fine.
is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Melissa, do you have a favorite for Picard, and why is it Vash?
Isn't Vash? It would. I would say it's either Beverly or Laris. I really liked where they were going with Laris and Picard because their relationship was starting in a different place. It was in a mature place where they could talk about things that maybe a younger Picard wouldn't necessarily open up about. And I think Laris was good at reaching that part of him. And I would have loved to see them dive deeper into that, exploring their relationship. But I also like the chemistry and the complexity of Picard and Everly.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I don't know if I feel like, because I haven't seen Next Generation in so long, like the current rewatch right now feels like a first watch in a lot of ways.
Awesome.
Like once we get to the later seasons, I've seen those episodes a ton, but the first 2 seasons for sure, very little, if at all.
I can't even
some of those episodes.
That
But I think
gonna
that
see that Pulaski and Riker's dad hooked up this week.
Yeah, but
He doesn't even know what he's about to get into.
I think that when we rewatch it, I'm going to like Vash more, because I remember when I watched it as a kid, I was just like, what? I kind of was just like, stop trying to make Vash work. Like, nobody's good enough for my picky.
Dude, I still can't believe they were like engaged in real life. That's so
I know,
crazy.
right? I mean, their chemistry is like, yes.
Wow.
Yes, there's like some sort of like tabloid still has their article up about it on if you Google it.
Wow.
And they're talking about how they like spotted him coming out of her apartment in a purple short robe to like get the newspaper. It's so crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, the truth be told is that I haven't watched TNG a ton of times. This is probably my first watch of the second season, except for Measure of a Man and Shades of Grey. Those are the 2 episodes that I've seen from season 2. So this is a fresh watch.
Really bookends the gamut of good and bad.
Yeah, it does. But so I don't really remember Vash too much. So to make a fair assessment of her and Picard together.
Yeah, I think, because I don't really remember liking that. I just thought she was okay, but I was just like,
yeah.
It kind of felt like an imposter, where it's like some person shows up and a minute and a half later they're telling the captain what to do. It just kind of felt like, give them a few episodes for me to warm up to them before I'm okay with this person being like, all right, Picard, we're gonna go do this. I don't know.
Though,
I kind of felt like that with admirals too, that would tell them,
Honestly, I've watched Captain's Holiday is probably one of the episodes I've watched the most. Because that was just, come on, like, that was so good. That was so good. And then Cupid, like, especially as like, what was I like 13? Like, come on. So
Cupid's
I've got a
great episode.
I've got a real soft spot for Jennifer Hedrick. Like,
well, she's
her Amory knows.
Really good.
She's so cool.
She is cool. I've seen her in other stuff, and I really like her in the other stuff that I've seen her in. And I don't have enough of a connection and a memory to Vash, except for Deep Space Nine. And it was, it's
yeah.
So I can't wait.
That's why I think that when we do watch it, I think I'll like her more.
Yeah,
because when we saw her again in Deep Space Nine, I remember going, "Oh, she's pretty cool, good, good actress, good character, pretty cool." So I have a feeling that when I see her again in Next Generation, I'll be okay with it. I'll let it slide.
Well, I meant like vacation fling, and like she just brings up something in Picard that lets him be himself in a way that he can never be, even around Beverly.
Mhm.
And I feel like Ira
Beverly.
did such a great job of like making her character, and he just gets to have fun with her. And I also love that when she comes to the ship, like in Cupid, it's like a vacation fling where like you're like, oh God, get out of my real life. Like
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
were
the worlds are
vacation
colliding. Yeah.
only.
Wow.
Stop this.
Yeah.
Perfect. It's so it like rings so true. I love Star Trek.
Let's close out this poll here and have a winner. Oh, J.R.R. I was going to say J.R.R. Tolkien, but J.R. Poole says, call it a laddie fly for Scotty. A laddie fly. That's pretty smart.
Oh,
But 7% said praying mantis for Scotty.
Yeah,
9% said butterfly. 40% said shield bug. And 42% said dragonfly.
I love dragonflies.
Mhm.
I
See?
love them. I just see Scotty as a shield bug because he's responsible for keeping the shields working.
Yeah, it's
True.
all true. And he gets bugged about it a lot.
I just can't do it, Captain.
Yeah. So look, we've got another really cool, fun item to look at here. Apparently there's a new game from Paramount
This is
Plus
fun.
called
Oh, right.
Decked. It's a lower decks game. Here it is. It's at paramountplus.com/DECKD. Decked. How to play. Is this like that thing
It's
that
Wordle.
Wordle? It's like Wordle. I've never played
Oh,
Wordle.
no.
Mm.
what?
I only just learned how to
I've
play
never
like
played it either.
a month
I
ago.
specifically avoid it just because of how much
Same.
people post about it. I'm like,
Yeah,
I
me
can't
too.
play this. I can't be one
Yeah.
of them.
actually
Because I
fun.
probably would. Yeah, I'd probably get hooked.
Yeah.
So it says how to play. You'll have 5 guesses to solve the game. The colors on the board will indicate your progress. In this case, it says hello. The second L is the correct letter in the correct place. Watch. The A is the correct letter in the wrong place. Letters in gray are not in the word. Okay, I don't think I
Oh my
got
God,
it, but I'm going to click got it
I
anyway.
kept trying to click got it like it was my
So wait,
Meaning whatever word
So-
you're trying to guess, it
so
has
green,
an L
so
in that
it's
place.
in the right place.
so green means it's the correct letter in the correct place.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yellow means it's the correct letter. It is a letter in there, but
Yes.
it's in the wrong place. So it should be is a correct letter in the wrong
Yeah.
place. Okay, got it.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's
So
give it a
we
try.
know it's-
What?
And the answer is like the final answer is supposed to be Star Trekky.
So what?
See, first you have to think of a good first word. I play
Yeah.
Wordle a lot. So like
Yeah.
one that I always use is like people often use proud or raise or beams, like BEMS. Stuff like
But
that.
this is lower decks stuff, right?
Well, yes, but like only the final answer is going to be lower decks. Unless you
Oh,
want to try and get
what?
it in one.
Oh,
Mhm.
so this isn't all lower deck stuff?
Well, you can put in any word you want. The answer will be lower decks related, but
Okay.
you can put in any word to get to the letter.
So I'll do proud, like you said.
Well, do whatever you want, but that's just one
Too
that
late.
I often use.
Okay, proud. So what happened?
Now
Nothing?
you hit the
Wait.
button. At the,
Go down and
Okay,
say
submit.
submit or whatever,
Hey, okay, so there is a U.
but it's in a different
But-
space.
Okay. So there is a U, but it's in a different place. So what's until, right?
Well, that's a good
Let's
one.
try
That's
that.
a really good one to try.
Yeah.
You're good at
Yeah.
this. You're
I don't know.
smart.
Okay, so the U is still right,
Uh-huh.
obviously, and an L, but they're in the wrong place.
Hmm.
So there's an L and a U in the word. There's an L and a U in a 5-letter word. Everybody in the live chat, help us out. What's a 5-letter
I'm checking
word
out the word.
with an L and a U?
But
There's
also none of those other letters.
allowed,
That's a good
but then
one.
that U would be in the same place.
But sometimes
proud.
And there
like,
would be a O and a D and it's like hangman.
so if you go back to
Oh.
it,
But there's an L and a U in the word. Those
Yes.
are correct, but they're in different
sometimes I
places.
throw away a guess if like it's gonna get me 4 new letters, but one of
Mm.
them like is a different. I'll just go ahead and do it. Like
Smart.
go
Hey,
back to it.
Our buddy
Well-
War Dog Heim's got a good idea. He says lurch. That's a good one.
Ooh.
That is really good.
Let's try that.
I'm not sure how
Okay.
many. Yeah, because I was thinking like, yeah, lurch is good. Well, we
Yeah.
already.
No, because
Yeah.
Yeah,
But have we? Yeah.
we can't use R.
We know that. Okay. So we know
Oh,
these
it
are-
tells you that these are not letters that,
Well,
that are
'cause-
in it.
Well,
Well,
because
because we've already
Because
done
they're,
that.
yeah.
An N.
they aren't
Oh, I
highlighted
see.
yellow.
How does like
Okay.
a word maniac like you never played Wordle?
Because I'll get hooked on it. I don't got time for
The
that.
stress
Okay,
of every morning.
but here's the good news. We have 4 out of 5 letters, all in
Wow.
different places. L, U, C, and H.
I just saw what it is.
Oh.
L, U, C, and H. So those 4 letters are in this 5-letter word.
Word on time. That was a great guess. Wow. I'm gonna start
about-
using lurch more.
Nope, it's not clutch. Because
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah.
because the T. I feel like the C and H are probably together, right?
Yes. Think about this and think about
Belch,
this week's
gulch.
think about this week's Lower Decks episode.
Oh, that doesn't help me. There's
Yeah,
a lot
I think
of.
they're always it's always
So
going
it
to
is
be
a
a
Lower
Star
Decks
Trek
word?
word as the winner. And I
Chula?
think yes, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
that's what
so it's not a real word. It's a lower decks
Oh,
word.
so okay.
I'm pretty
That's
sure.
good to know.
That is a good.
That makes sense.
That's
Just
gotta be.
because that's like such an episode 3 word.
Great
Whoa,
job,
look at that,
everybody.
Chula.
Great job. Look at us.
Nice. Oh, that's cool.
Chula was the word because that was the Wadi game,
Okay,
right?
wait, this is
Right.
fun.
Copy
Oh,
and
damn
share.
it.
Get the. This is how they get you right here. Copy and
But
share.
it's only once a week. It's not every day. I
Right.
want more.
Oh, I thought we were
Mhm.
going to get to play a second round now that we know how to play.
Nope.
No, that's it. Well, let's see.
I wish we could play the old ones.
Mhm.
I don't know if you can or not.
So is it just
fun.
one? Is it just one word and you never get
One
to
a week. I mean, there
Yeah.
is a Star Trek version that you can play like daily, but I can't remember what it's called. It
Yeah.
I don't know if it's still being updated. It was like from last
Mm.
year when I was
Hmm.
heavily into Wordle.
Yeah. Now Ryan's hooked on Wordle.
I cut myself
no,
off.
I gotta
This
close
is going to
this.
get me back.
I got to close it. Otherwise, I might.
I love it.
Oh,
That's fun.
real quick. This is another thing in the news, everybody. Check this out. Another news item. This is from StarTrek.com/news. It's entitled Everything Announced at the Star Trek Universe Panel at San Diego Comic-Con 2023. Wait, no, that's
Wait,
not
what?
news.
That's the wrong.
I'm looking.
Did you
I'm
mean
like,
to say
wait.
New York Comic Con?
Yeah, New York Comic-Con. Because I'm like, wait, that already happened.
Oh, it's a ways ago.
Is this it? Yeah, I think this is it. The Star Trek universe beams back to New York Comic-Con with Next Generation cast reunion and more. That's it, right?
That's from last year.
No. Ah, shit, it is.
Hasn't New York not happened yet?
I was like, deja vu.
No.
Yeah.
No, they
Trek
just
Movie
announced
and
it.
Trek Core both have articles about it as their top
Oh.
articles.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh wait, no, it is September, isn't it?
No, this is it. This is exactly today. Okay, that's why, because this was just a few hours ago.
Yeah.
All right. It's funny that that's like the 8th thing that comes up when you Google it. I guess it takes a little bit of time for it to get
Gotcha.
into those algorithms. Okay, so this is entitled Star Trek Universe New York Comic-Con panel to feature advanced Lower Decks episode screening
Ooh.
and surprises.
Oh,
Oh, read pop.
interesting.
Melissa, did you read this? Do you know
No.
this, or Anne Marie, or any of you, or should we just read
Oh
this?
yeah. Whatever you want. I can summarize it too. So
All right.
so it's basically like the New York equivalent of Hall H. So Star Trek is on Saturday, and I think their time is a little bit shorter than usual. And basically they just announced that they're going to show episode 8 there. So like episode 7 comes out that Thursday, and then on Saturday they'll give you advance for 8. And then there are going to be some surprises announced.
I see. So they'll
kind of
be
all
given
we
an
know.
advanced screening of the upcoming episode. Oh yeah, there it is. Showing episode 8 of Lower Decks, which is set to stream the following Thursday.
Mhm.
Mm.
Interesting.
It's pretty sparse information.
Yeah.
Oh, and then
Because-
the other weird thing is during the freaking Star Trek panel in the big hall, there's also a competing Titmouse animation panel, which is like the one other thing that has Star Trek involved in it. So they're like the only two things are at the same time.
Wow.
Crazy.
That's weird.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well,
I
now
mean,
this
there
is
will be
still
other like actors involved in other, or I don't know if actors, but like other things. But those are the two biggest Star Trek anything.
this is still 4 weeks out, so that's probably why it says and more instead of actual
yeah.
details. They're probably still coming out. I wonder what.
Well, at San Diego Comic-Con, they didn't release
maybe they'll
the
have
details.
maybe they'll have a Discovery trailer, like a new Discovery trailer for season 5,
Oh,
or a clip.
Yeah.
like a
that's,
scene.
I bet you're right.
Yeah. Maybe,
And maybe a date.
another clip, because they have released one clip.
Oh, wait.
Or,
From
or
Discovery?
the date to start.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, from Disco.
I wonder how many things, and obviously we'll never know, but to be a fly on the wall to know how many things they planned on announcing before
Huh.
the strikes happened.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're like, oh no, can't do that, can't do. We can show an episode, can't do that.
Yeah.
You know
Like
what I mean?
last year's like
So they're like they have so many things to work around, and so they're trying to figure it out, trying to keep coming
Mhm.
up with new things. But I'd love to know what the strikes are hindering, but I guess we won't know until
Mhm.
probably,
and they'll
like,
never
new
say,
show announcements.
they'll never be
Yeah.
like, we were going to release this a few months ago, but the strike, they're just going to
Yeah.
release it.
True.
What were you saying?
Well,
Emily?
essentially, like, well, first of all, like obviously, like new show announcements, but New York has been like every year, like bigger and bigger with their
Mhm.
announcements. And last year's Picard announcements were massive. They released like some of the new special guests,
Yeah.
and they had like the whole cast there. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure New York Comic Con was where like Kate Mulgrew got announced to be in Prodigy, unless I'm wrong.
I think maybe.
Was it that?
But-
or
and
San
then-
Diego. Oh, I can't remember.
Can't remember. And then also, they had like the big Murph giveaway last year's, which was
right.
like the Hunger Games and so much fun. Like it's really sad that won't be as much a part of it. And then I guess the article goes on to talk about some sort of like Paramount scare party in the
Oh.
like at the convention, I think proper, because last year they had a party after hours, like at some nightclub. Where they're showing like clips from scary episodes from Paramount.
Oh, because it's
I
spooky
don't know if
season.
Cat's Paw will be on there. The notorious Halloween episode.
Mm.
Ryan, you're muted.
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're just silent laughing.
I was just laughing. I was just
It's just his
laughing
thing,
quietly and sinisterly. I do that once per episode. That already happened. That's so 40 minutes ago,
Oh, okay.
Doctor.
Okay.
Look, so we're running low on time here. Everybody remember, it is now Lappy season. That is the Star Trek Awards show. It is the only, shockingly, Star Trek Awards show. It is live every February. We have tons of winners. It covers all of the episodes, all of the new episodes from the previous year. So that means all of 2023's episodes will be eligible to win in the Lappy Awards and in all the voting, as well as some of the legacy shows. We also combine them, usually 22 categories in total. We also have a couple things like Lifetime Achievement Award and things like that, and the Kenneth Mitchell Award and the Aaron Eisenberg Award, of course. So definitely check that out. It's part of Virtual TrekCon 5. February 15th through 19th is Virtual TrekCon 5, and the Lappy Awards, the Star Trek Award show, that is February 18th live. That's on a Sunday. We are already building up to it because some of the preliminary voting, some of the preliminary polls are starting very soon, and we are currently designing the key art for it. And by we, I mean, mostly the Matt Boardman. So we're figuring out a theme. So everybody in the live chat, this is your last chance to comment in the live chat or in the comments below give us a good theme idea for 2024 Virtual TrekCon 5 in 2024 with the Lappy Awards, with all kinds of fun things. We've got the second annual Golden Lobes that'll be happening. That's like the just for fun ones. That's like, who do you think would be the best bowler? Or, if you broke your arm, who's the person that you would least want to drive you to the hospital? Don't say Deanna Troy, you guys. I know what you're thinking. I mean, say it if you want, I guess.
She did great in Picard, so that
Exactly.
doesn't work anymore.
She redeemed herself. All right. So everybody let us know about that. Now let's just talk about this week. This is also very, very important. Yesterday on the 7th Rule YouTube channel, we released our full review of Star Trek Lower Decks, Season 4, Episode 3. That's the brand new episode with the director of the episode, Brandon Williams. And he gave us a lot of cool, juicy nuggets and tidbits.
So fun.
Great.
Oh my gosh.
Great interview. So check that out. That is all available right now for free on the 7th Rule YouTube channel. Now on Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern time, we've got, what is it? Oh boy. We've got our first segment review. This is on the 7th Rule YouTube channel, by the way, on Sunday. We've got our first segment review of Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 2, Episode 12, The Royale with Cheese.
Love
Spoiler.
that episode.
When I saw something called
Spoiler,
The
it's
Royale,
amazing.
I was like, man, is this going to be another holodeck episode where they go to like,
Oh, no.
wear a top
Oh,
hat
no.
and then like, ugh.
Even better.
So did we like it though? Find out Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern time on the 7th Rule YouTube channel. Then on Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern time, go back to the 7th Rule YouTube channel and check out our full review, myself, Sirach Lofton, and special guest, legend, Michael Westmore Sr. He joins us for our review of Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 2, Episode 8, entitled A Matter of Honor, the second Benzite episode with Mendon, right? All right.
Or
Then
Mordok.
on
I can never remember.
Mordok
I like
was
how
the
you
first
called
one,
it
right?
the
Mordok
second
was the
Benzite
first
episode.
Yeah.
one, I think. Yeah. 'cause
What'd you
Wesley
say,
says,
Melissa?
Hi, Mordok. I didn't know you were going to be here. He said, I'm
Yes.
not
Yep.
Mordok.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Good knowledge.
Nice.
Okay.
Well done. That's awesome.
So I think the reason I know is just because I have a Mordok action
Because you
figure
have the
kicking
action
around.
figure.
Yeah,
Mhm.
kicking around
Yeah.
here somewhere.
Me too. Me
Everyone
too.
does.
Oh no, it's behind my screen.
Mordok, where are you?
He's chasing the cheese.
Look for the steam.
Mordok. No, is this? No, this is my beverage. That's better anyway.
Melissa, that was like a perfect Wesley Crusher. Like the way you said that was like the exact right like intonation for that line. Like that was like perfect.
I'm getting Wesley down.
Yeah.
Yep. On Tuesday, this coming Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time, come right back to this channel, the Virtual TrekCon channel, and enjoy our live show, The Main Viewer. We will be announcing and showing off the actual new graphic of Virtual TrekCon 5 and the Lappy Awards. So that will be a lot of fun. We'll also be announcing a few other things in that regard, because things are really heating up here at Lappy season. And then on Wednesday on the Falling Tower YouTube channel, every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern time, we have the Watch the First podcast. Dr. Muhammad Noor and I watch the first episode of a series so that you don't have to. And we talk about it and let you know if we would watch the second. And it's a lot of fun. We have special guests. 2 days ago, we did, what was it that we did a couple days ago? It was
Tick.
The Tick. Yeah, big Tick energy, right? With Andre Kottman, graphic artist Andre Kottman. So check that out. And then next Wednesday, this upcoming Wednesday, with special guest of Treksperts Briefing Room, Peter Holmstrom, we do The Real Ghostbusters. Heard about this one for a
Oh,
while.
nice.
Oh.
The
I watched that
Real
as a kid.
Ghostbusters. So check that out on the Falling Tower YouTube channel. Watch the first. And also, we just did a couple polls, and surprisingly, October is not going to be horror month. It was
What?
gonna be, but it got second place. First place in the polls was sci-fi. You nerds.
Interesting.
Really?
Yeah, they're like,
Interesting.
fuck October and pumpkin spice stuff. I want more sci-fi.
Oh, where's
And
the
I'm-
gore?
I'm down with it. That was Conspiracy, Next Generation episode
Yes.
Conspiracy.
Mhm.
I like that episode.
Anyway, so yeah, that's we're finishing up Saturday morning cartoons month with The Tick, The Real Ghostbusters, and not telling you the next one, but then
Sci-fi's
after
always
that
an
we'll be
hour
going.
long.
What is?
Sci-fi episodes are always like an hour too.
Sometimes they're 80 minutes.
I love that.
I know. Have fun.
I don't like it.
Oh, the real
Anyway.
Ghostbusters.
So that's where we are. Melissa Longo, can you please tell everybody where they can find you online or anything you'd like to promote today?
Yes, walking art made by Melissa. That's the first thing that popped into my head because I've been working on that all day. But I at the introvertedrepublic.com is walking art made by Melissa, and on Patreon there's a story going on. Check that out there too. And on the social media, Melissa Longo, that's my name. I was not in The Way of the Dragon. I was named after the actress who was in The Way of the Dragon. Way of the Dragon was released before I was born, so yeah, confusion. Anyway.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I was like, what?
Yeah, no. I didn't star in anything with Bruce Lee, unfortunately. And then yes, and I would like to promote VTC and all of their channels and shows, and the Seventh Rule and Falling Tower and all of that jazz, because you should watch those things.
Thanks. Everybody, please make sure you like this video. Please make sure you are subscribed to this channel. It helps a ton. It's free to you, but it helps us. I mean, it's tons of free content. Just click a couple buttons and you could keep it going. So we'd really appreciate that. If you're listening in, give us a 5-star rating and a nice review. If you're listening, come over to our YouTube channel and subscribe. If you're watching, head over to Virtual TrekCon, wherever you find podcasts, and subscribe there, listen, download, give us ratings. Again, it's all free. You push a few buttons and you help make this ship go.
Yay.
Like a pack lead. What about you, Jenny? What's up with you? Where are you?
Where am I? I am waiting for a hurricane to come, but in the meantime, I have finally dropped the, not dropped, but I had a print drop. I have prints available for the Star Trek Picard poker game finale painting that I created this summer. Prints are now available in my shop, which you can find through jennyrjohnson.com. You can also find me on, oh, yeah, that's it.
Yes.
Yes.
So awesome.
Yeah.
It's like glowing. Love it.
Yeah.
It's
Love
got
it.
a nice coat of varnish on it now. Ooh, it's lovely.
Amazing.
Yeah. So that's available. Hooray. And yeah, so and if you just want to, see what I'm working on, you can check me out on Twitter or no, I was gonna say what we're calling it with the X at the beginning instead of the twa, but that's a bad word. Anyway,
Yep.
but yeah, you can find me at Jenny R. Johnson there, and everywhere else you can find me at Jenny R. Johnson Art. And I'm making a Joe versus the Volcano painting, and you should watch me make it because it's not Star Trek, but it's fun.
I wonder if it's like if they have like 3 Twitter accounts, if it's like XXX or something like that.
Right.
Like, I just think that the X thing is a bad idea. I just think it's a
It's
bad marketing. All of it. It's not recognizable when you look on your phone. You're like, wait, where did Twitter go? I can't even, because it looks like there's just a thing that says don't do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Dr. Anne-Marie Siegel, where can people find you on X?
At Anne-Marie Siegel 1 on X.
And everybody, you can find me on twitter.com at Ryan TG Husk. Once again, that's at Ryan TG Husk, or just Falling Tower Virtual TrekCon or the 7th Rule on your favorite social media, but especially right here on YouTube. That's it. Lots of YouTube channels out there. We appreciate you checking out ours. And hey, get your very own Bozeman Phoenixes shirt or Decor Province Majors or Trailblazer shirt. You can get those in the links in the description box below. It's a lot of fun. We will see you next time. Thank you very much. My Dave, JR, Just Rosie, One Trek Fan, Shag, Sir Shag-a-lot. Chuck A, thank you. Faith Howell, what's up? War Dog Heim, John Ford, we appreciate all of you. We will see you next time. Hey, next time we see you, it'll be autumn. That's exciting, right? That's news.
Love that.
All right, so put the pumpkin spice latte away until then. Have a chill weekend. You've earned it. That's it.